Hola, bienvenidos al podcast del Pretérito Perfecto. Welcome, I'm Senora Stanias, and in this podcast, we will be talking about the present perfect in Spanish. Please make sure you have your grammar packet with you, that you are able to take notes and write down examples, as well as any questions you might have that come up through this podcast. Our metas de aprendizaje, students will be able to use the present perfect in Spanish to convey information that has happened. And students will be able to identify and use the correct past participle when forming this present perfect tense in Spanish. And of course, there's a couple of important differences to note between how English speakers and Spanish speakers use the present perfect. First off, we have to remember that in Spanish, as in English, the present perfect tense, or el pretérito perfecto, expresses what has happened. It generally refers to a recently completed action or to a past that still bears relevance in the present. We form the present perfect by having a form of haber, our helping verb, and the past participle. So our forms of haber, has, ha, hemos, habéis, han. And remember, our past participles, if it's a regular AR verb, we take off that AR and add ado, as in hablar, hablado. If it's an ER or IR verb, we take off that ending and add ido to the stem. So beber, bebido, recibir, recibido. A couple of examples. Todavía no hemos comprado la computadora nueva. Te he escrito 4 mensajes y no me has contestado. I want to make sure that you remember there are some irregular past participles in Spanish, and they are as follows. Abierto, cubierto, dicho, descubierto, escrito, hecho, muerto, puesto, resuelto, roto, visto, y vuelto. Now, we need to remember that past participles can be used as adjectives. When a past participle is used as an adjective, it must agree in number and gender with the noun it modifies. Past participles, when they're used this way as adjectives, are usually used with either the verb estar or another verb that is used to describe physical or emotional states. Some examples are, las fórmulas matemáticas ya están preparadas. Los laboratorios están cerrados hasta el lunes. We need to talk about acabar de, an infinitive. Acabar de means something has just happened. And in Spanish, to express something that has just happened, we have to use this acabar de and the infinitive instead of the present perfect tense. Please note that acabar is a regular AR verb, and it will be used in the present. So we have, for example, acabo de recibir un mensaje del texto. Y acabamos de ver un ovni. Quickly, let's talk about the order of words in sentences. When we use the present perfect, as it is a compound tense, pronouns and the word no, if necessary, are always placed in front of the conjugated form of haber. Again, that haber cannot be separated in any way, shape, or form with the past participle. Again, some examples with more complicated sentences. ¿Por qué no has patentado todavía tu invento? Todavía no lo he terminado de perfeccionar. Notice that both the no and the lo have to go in front of the conjugated form of haber. We need to talk about a couple of important differences between the present perfect in Spanish and English. In English, we often use the present perfect to express actions that continue into the present time. So if you, for example, started playing the piano when you were 5 and you still are playing it, you might say, I have played the piano for 15 years or 10 years. It doesn't work that way in Spanish. When we're going to do that, we have to use the phrase hace, whatever that time period is, que and the present tense form of the verb that you're talking about. A couple of examples. Hace 2 años que estudio español. Hace mucho tiempo que toco el piano. Another thing to note is that the present perfect is used more commonly in Spain than in Latin America to describe recent events. Now you will see at the bottom of this podcast you have a Google Docs form. Please complete that form with a summary and also write down a couple of questions if you have them. Make sure in your summary that you are including examples of the present perfect, and you'll see the due date will be on the Google form. Gracias y hasta mañana.